Hey guys, Ramsey here. Welcome to another video. Today we have a vintage unboxing, and this is thanks to a brother in the community, Bekhzod. Thank you, my friend. I'll tell you, one of the things that is so beautiful about this community for me is the people that you've come across, the quality of people that are in this community, and their willingness to kind of share their knowledge and some of their very rare and hard to come by fragrances. Bekhzod is one such person, so thank you, my friend. I am very, very honored and humbled at your generosity. So let me tell you what he sent me. He sent me a hell of a package, and actually, as a funny story, he sent me a package before this that FedEx lost. They said it burned up in a truck fire, and he sent me the screenshot of the tracking or whatever, and all of a sudden there was like a red exclamation mark next to it. And they said that it burned up in the fire. Like the truck literally caught on fire and everything burned. And so there was a bunch of rare stuff in that package as well. So this is actually the second package he has sent me. So I am very honored and humbled. And I have a little bit of a clue as to what's in here. He sent me some pictures as he was building some decants. But some of the stuff is going to be a surprise. And some of the stuff is going to be rare, discontinued, hard to find. So I'm very honored to go through some of this. And if you are someone who has sent me something over the years, the only thing I will tell you is please be patient. If you could see on top, this top shelf right here, it's nothing but decants. Well, not nothing, but there's a big portion of the shelf that is decants that folks have sent me over the years that is just kind of waiting to get through. And sometimes when new stuff comes, everything gets pushed to the back. So it's just a matter of time. It's impossible to get through everything, especially since I'm the kind of person who likes to take my time with things and smell them and all that, and smell them in my own time, and live with them a little bit before I discuss them. So real quick, scent of the day again was Oud Taiwan. I'm loving the smokiness in Oud Taiwan. My only complaint about this is the atomizer on this one is different and newer from the previous 10 mil decant that I have. I have a 10 mil of Chinese Oud, the first iteration, and the atomizer on that is fantastic. But Adam was telling me that where it actually connects right here leaked a little bit in some folks' travel atomizers, and so to fix the issue, they went with this atomizer, which is more safely secured here, okay? But the sprayer is not as good to me. You really have to give it multiple sprays in the same spot to get enough juice on. So it's been running through the juice a little faster than I would like it, but I have been wearing it a lot and spraying it a lot, and I've been really enjoying it. So go check out my first impressions on Oud Taiwan. Okay, so that's my scent of the day, 2 days in a row. I don't know if it'll be 3, maybe tomorrow I'll wear something different, but I'm really digging this, really digging Oud Taiwan. So very lucky to have gotten to experience it a little bit. So thank you, Adam. Okay, so let us see what we have. So this is the first little bits of decants here. So the first one is called 1877 Jockey Club. It's an aftershave. And Jockey Club, I'm going to make little sort of labels for each one of these after this video. But Jockey Club, as it says, dates back to 1877. If you go to Parfumo, there is actually a like landing page for it, but there's no notes. There's no notes. There's no nothing. It just says it's discontinued, and the aftershave is long discontinued apparently. However, you can still buy Jockey Club like hair gel or whatever. If you just search Jockey Club and go to Amazon, you'll see it. It's still for sale. They do still sell it. And it kind of comes in this green, gloopy looking thing that probably like the traditional old school hair gels used to look like. And Jockey Club, the name, comes from the fact that the name Jockey Club is synonymous with the sort of organization that supports and keeps track of racehorses and horse breeds and stuff like that. From my understanding, that is the purpose of Jockey Club. They maintain the American Stud Book and all that stuff, right? So they've been around since the late 1800s as an official organization. But the fact that the Jockey Club as we know it today, which takes care of the American Stud Book and pedigree and, the thoroughbred foals and all that stuff in United States, Canada, and Puerto Rico, was formed in 1894. And the fact that this fragrance came out in 1877, if the years are right, something tells you that that obviously they were kind of acting and living as an organization before they were officially founded, because this is predates that. So very interesting fragrance through and through. So that is the first one. And like I said, that landing page on Parfumo is new. It's not something that I don't think that was there previously, because Bekhzod was telling me you literally got no responses when you searched for it before this. So that's one. The other one is called Gherardini Uomo Ghe. Gherardini Uomo Ghe. And I don't think there's anything on this at all. I'm going to have to do some research on this one. But apparently this is very highly sought after here. And I'm going to leave the names in the description and everything. But I'm going to run a quick search just to see if I can find it. But I think I tried this when he sent it to me earlier, and I don't think I came up with anything. Gherardini. Oh, yeah, that's right. I did. No, I lied. This is the one I was able to find. It's called the Eau de Toilette Ghe. Gherardini Ghe from early 70s, I believe this came out. Like 1970 to 1973. It's very similar to what I was saying with Jockey Club. Actually, hang on, wait a minute. There's a women's version and a men's version. Let me see if I'm pulling up the right one. It's called Ghe Uomo. Uomo Ghe. Here we go. Yes, so it's actually referred to in the database as Uomo Ghe, Ghe. And it came out in 1973. There is a note listing for Uomo Ghe now. It is considered to be a citrus green fragrance. And it's got basil, bergamot, neroli, petitgrain, rosemary, geranium, clary sage, clove, jasmine, civet, musk, and tonka bean. The bottle is absolutely fabulous. The bottle and the box combination, it's got like these sort of interweaving G's all over the top of the cap. And the bottle has the G's all over it. Such old school script. So 1970s. I love the 1970s, like, you know, style of the writing and all that stuff. Very old school. And the bottle is just absolutely fantastic. So, Gherardini Uomo Ghe from 1973. Hell of a fragrance from what it looks like. So, very excited to get to know this. The women's version looked pretty good as well, too, actually. But so a house I need to kind of look into a little bit more. And just these two, the first two I pull out from the video, just goes to show that, you know, it is a never-ending hobby. When people are like, oh, you know, there's nothing else to explore, or, you know, I feel like I've smelled everything. Bullshit. There is so much out there to smell. Like, you couldn't even imagine how much it is. It's just a matter of hunting it down and looking for it. And especially when you're a vintage hunter, it never ends. There is so much vintage stuff out there. The hobby goes on as long as you want it to, really, in my opinion. Next one, this may be the one I had a hard time finding information on. This is called Marie Mancini PH. Marie Mancini PH. The Eau de Toilette. And let me see if I'm going to try again, but I don't think this is the one that came up with anything. Marie Mancini. Nope. Yeah, this is the one that nothing came up. Marie Mancini. I'm going to have to do some research and looking on this one, but very excited to get to try all of these. So thank you, Bekhzod. Okay, so that's the first little package. The next one in here is this. Oh, he labeled it first. Sorry, too late for that. So the next one is this little bad boy. And this is called Luciano Soprani. I know about this. I know of it, I should say. I've never smelled it. Luciano Soprani Profumi, made in Italy. The Eau de Toilette. Look at that. That is just a thing of beauty. Even though it's a mini, look at the attention to detail they used to put into even the minis back in the day. Shocking. Ooh, I think this is the women's version. It reminds me of Crizia Teatro alla Scala by Crizia. just on sniffing the atomizer or the top without even opening it. Let me see if I can find the note listing on Luciano Soprani. Luciano Soprani. Luciano Soprani for women. Wow, they actually have more fragrances than I thought they would. 1987, the Eau de Toilette. Let's see. Eau de Toilette. Luciano Soprani Eau de Toilette. It is discontinued, of course, but it's aldehydes, bergamot, coriander, fruity notes, mandarin orange, broom, carnation, cinnamon, honey. That's maybe the honey and floral and civet and everything is what's reminding me of Teatro alla Scala. Also, if you're interested in my This Year in Perfume series, where I kind of compare fragrances that came out in the same year or a similar time frame, this came out as a similar time frame too to Teatro alla Scala, so very interesting. Carnation, cinnamon, honey, jasmine, lily of the valley, rose, tuberose, ylang-ylang, ambergris, cedar, civet, musk, patchouli, sandalwood, tolu balsam, and vanilla. Hell of a note listing. My kind of fragrance through and through. Excited for that mini. And this one's called Soprani Uomo. Soprani Uomo. And Soprani Uomo is a release from, let's see, Soprani. Here we go. Soprani Uomo, 1988. So 1 year after the Luciano Soprani for women from 87. And this is green, spicy. I mean, even the bottles. I wish they still did stuff like this. This is still very impressive. I wish they still made minis like this. I wish houses went back to this. If I ever have my own brand, I'm doing minis like this. I don't care what they say the cost is. Green, spicy, bergamot, artemisia, galbanum, geranium, lavender, pine, thyme. I'm going to like that. I'll tell you that right now. I can tell from the very Italian in smell from just opening it and sniffing it. Lavender, pine, lemon, ylang, lily of the valley, clove, leather, rosewood, patchouli, sandalwood, oak moss, labdanum, musk, and amber. It's compared to things like Alain Delon Plus, which is one I am still wanting to add to the collection, and Montana Parfum Dome, which I absolutely love. So, good stuff. And then finally, we've got a Crizia fragrance I've wanted to try forever, and this is called Spazio Crizia Uomo. Again, the bottle is stunning, and let's see what the note listing on Spazio Crizia. These Italian houses are fantastic. So this is a 1993 release, also discontinued. I think all of these, I think every single one we've talked about so far is discontinued. And this is green, woody, bergamot, green notes, neroli, basil, coriander, lemon, and violet with geranium, jasmine, lily of the valley, orris root, mace, cedar, musk, oak moss, amber, sandalwood, and tonka bean. So maybe a little bit of Gucci Nobile in this. We'll have to see. I can take it off of the wish list and put it on the miniature list. So thank you, my friend. And then let's see what we have next here. So obviously this is supposed to be second. Let me get the old handy dandy unboxing knife. Okay, let's see. Okay, so first we have, this is by the House of Areej, and it's called Sunshine Cologne Splash, a gentle blend of sunlight and sea. Gift not for sale, Estee Lauder. That is badass. I have never ever seen that before. Have you guys seen this? I wonder if it's in the databases. That is freaking cool, man. I love stuff like this. Oh my god, that is fucking amazing from just smelling the juice. You know what it reminded me of right out of the gate is maybe like a very fresh version of Aramis. I'm gonna have to wear these. I mean, I have so much to wear that's new. I can't even prioritize it. But this is the vintage Azure. Yeah, maybe even a little bit of like Aramis meets Azure. Wait, this is Azure. Sorry, I read. I'm an idiot. I read Azaro. It's actually Azure. So this is Azure Sunshine Cologne Splash. That is fucking badass. So this is this maybe like in a original vintage form. This is the pure fragrance spray. This is a cologne version of it. Cologne Splash. That is awesome. Well, of course, that's why I said it reminded me of Aramis, and I loved it from first. Yeah, I could totally see Azure now. And I said Aramis, but Aramis and Azure were made by the same perfumer, so my nose isn't completely fucked. And then this is actually a vintage bottle. This comes from a vintage bottle. He sent me a picture of it that was gifted to him from an Estee Lauder like associate at the time. So man, that Azure bottle is just badass. That is just cool. That is just really cool to me. So there's that, and then there's something else in here. Let's see what it is. Ah, that's awesome. This is, I think he said he had to go to his home country to get this, and that a buddy of his got it for him. So I am very blessed to have this. This is Baryshnikov Sport. I've never smelled the original. I've never smelled anything from this house, to be honest with you. Baryshnikov. So there's a Baryshnikov Pour Homme, which is on my wish list. That came out in 1991. And then there's a Baryshnikov Sport, which came out in 1996, which is discontinued. This is discontinued, but I mean, even the box looks in perfect condition. And this is Artemisia citrus fruits and ginger with cedar, eucalyptus, pepper, blossoms, musk, and rosewood. So, oh my God, that is just, look at the color of that juice, man. You may not like Parlux Fragrances makes it. Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Made in, I think that says made in the USA. Made in the USA. How about that? I'm going to have to decant this. How does this open? Oh, it's a spray. Oh shit, I won't have to decant it. Thought it was a splash for a second there. I couldn't even see the tube, but it's a spray. How about that? Man, for a freshie right out of the atomizer, that I have a feeling this is going to really hit. To spray, remove top silver gray cap only. And I was trying to remove the whole thing. Like they're like even leaving instructions back in the 90s for the morons like me. I'm like, how does this thing open? There you go. Wow. This is going to be good. This is going to be good for the summer. That is awesome, man. I am not worthy. I am not worthy. And there's more. And there is more. Let's see what we have. So next, we have these little bad boys. We've got okay, awesome. There is the OG Baryshnikov Pour Homme that I was just saying. Man, I really want a bottle of that one, and here it is. Baryshnikov Pour Homme came out in 1991, and it was last marketed by Richard Berry fragrances, which Richard Berry fragrances. There you go. All of the information matches up. Even so, Parfumo is on the ball. This is amber herbs, sandalwood, and spices, and that is badass. I'm not gonna lie. The Darth Vader bottle is sweet. Oh, a spicy oriental with a little bit of freshness, like a dark fragrance with just a little bit of freshness from the blue cap. Good color combination too. Richard Berry fragrance, Baryshnikov Eau de Toilette. That's pretty cool. Thank you, man. I am blessed to get to try these. That's going to give me a lot of content, I'll tell you that. I like the ambery, oriental, herbal kind of woody freshness. That is badass. That is badass. The 7th president of the U.S., Donald Trump. Well, soon to be the 47th, I think. And this is his fragrance that he put out in, I think, the 2000s. And what's interesting is if you look at, so yeah, 2004 this came out. So 20 years ago this came out. And what's interesting is if you look at Donald Trump, the fragrance, coated in gold, if you look at the bottle, which I'm about to show you, and you compare it to Louder for Men, which came in this bottle, you can almost see the marketing already. I wonder if he had like some sort of a connection to somebody at Estee Lauder, and they made this for him. So it was last marketed by Estee Lauder, and it was marketed by Estee Lauder as well. So it makes perfect sense. Had to have some sort of a connection. Obviously, they're almost identical except for just little touches here and there. Donald Trump, the fragrance. And this is a little bit of a fruity green fragrance with some freshness. There's some like succulent cucumber, mint, black basil, and citrus notes in here with green notes, peppery notes, spicy notes, woody notes, and exotic woods. So I wouldn't be surprised if even the fragrance itself maybe wasn't an iteration for Metropolis, which I have and I've discussed in a live stream. There's a Metropolis live stream where me and Rich Mitch and Jonathan 1970 get on there and talk about Metropolis, because we were each able to score bottles from this place that had 3 remaining and we each got 1. And I wouldn't even be surprised if this was like more modern take on Metropolis, if you will, because it does have a little bit of that aquatic freshness, but it's a little bit more playful, much more playful, I would say, than Metropolis, but very very sought after now since it is discontinued all of a sudden. And I think Trump has a new fragrance out, which I saw, which kind of made me chuckle. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Yeah, I don't think they have it on here yet. I don't think they have his new fragrance on. I think Fragrantica may have it on there, but he's had a couple fragrances over the years, so that is awesome. That is awesome. Thank you, man. And then we've got this little bad boy. Open last. So this is the grand finale. Well, there's actually more. Actually, no, wait a minute. There's more. Can't open this one yet. There is more. There's more. There's more. So here we have a fragrance by the house of Jean-Charles de Castelbajac, which I actually reviewed a couple of their fragrances on the channel. I reviewed JCC number 2, which is a hell of an old school Chypre marketed towards women. And I reviewed Castelbajac for men, or Castelbajac pour homme. I can't remember how they said it. And this one is Premier Eau de Toilette, 30 mil. And here's the bottle. Wow, look at that. That is cool, man. This is a house that I actually really, really rate. Some of their old stuff. Ooh. Some of their old stuff has been impressively good. Castelbajac Premier. 1981. A floral chypre for women. Aldehydes, bergamot, blackcurrant, hyacinth, peach, lemon, lily of the valley, carnation, jasmine, rose, honey, iris, ylang, cedarwood, oak moss, ambergris, benzoin, cinnamon, styrax, vetiver, civet, and musk. That's awesome. I was really impressed with what I smelled from JCC number 2, so this will be probably just as impressive. So that's awesome, man. You've got a hell of a knack for this. You've got a hell of a knack for this, Bekhzod. Very well done. Very well done. You paid very close attention to my collection and sending me stuff you've never seen me talk about. Very impressive. And then we've got, that's awesome, Ralph Lauren Sport Extreme. Have you guys seen this one before? This is the Cosmere version. Let's see if I can look it up real quick. Polo Sport Extreme, 1998, and this one's discontinued. You can still buy the original Polo Sport, which I've discussed, but it's been kind of reformulated. If you can go for a vintage that's full and unsprayed, I would recommend doing that. This one was a couple years later, and it is black pepper, coriander, Italian bergamot, juniper berry, mint, nutmeg, rosewood, gaiac wood, cypress, sage, elemi resin, and sandalwood. So an extreme version of Polo Sport. That's awesome. That is awesome stuff. Thank you, man. And then we've got this little bad boy, which is oh, nice. He sent me a picture of this in one of our correspondences, and I was thoroughly impressed because I've never seen it before, and I had to look it up. And it's called Pub Cologne by Revlon, and Revlon had some good fragrances back in the day. And how cool is that with the cap, the actual cork cap? The marketing back in the day on these vintage fragrances was just badass. And so this, I'll look it up in just a second. Oh, he put like a sealant over it so it didn't spill. Very smart. I'll check that out later. But according to Parfumo, this is Pub Cologne. 1965 release. It is discontinued, unfortunately. I think everything he sent me so far is discontinued. Every single thing. Yeah, every single thing. So this is the discontinued unboxing. And this is anise liqueur, basil, geranium, lemon, tarragon, heliotrope, lavender, lily of the valley, musk, oak moss, patchouli, sandalwood, and vanilla. I wonder if that anise liqueur is going to give it a little bit of this root beery vibe. Very interesting stuff. Very excited to dive into these. And then, oh yeah, I put it on my wish list after he told me about it. I had never even seen this before until he told me about it. And then we've got this one, and then the one he wrote open last, which I'm guessing that's going to be fireworks. And there's one more thing to show too after that. This is a hell of an unboxing. Oh, nice. I've heard of this, but I've never smelled it before, but this is cool. So this is from the house of Jovan, and it's called Gambler. Now, what's really cool about this is it came with a stack of cards, Gambler, and he included the cards. How badass is that? I just love little bits and pieces like this. Like the collector in me loves it. Let's see. Oh, that's a spicy meatball gambler. Gambler by Jovan, 1983. It was last marketed by Coty. Who made this one? This is Jovan Inc. So this is a true vintage. Look at that. Jovan, Chicago, Illinois. That's good stuff. Gambler by Jovan. Leathery, green, earthy, slightly animalic. There's some castoreum in here. I'm being reminded from the atomizer of fragrances like Character by Daniel Hector, if you can think of Character. Yeah, very interesting stuff. Good stuff, man. That is awesome. And the cards to come along with it is just an awesome little touch. So stuff that probably a lot of folks have. There's some of these I didn't hear about until he told me about them, you know, especially like the pub and he was telling me about the Azure, which is just really cool. Let me make sure that there's nothing else in here. Okay, so let's do the one he wrote open last, and I'll show you the little side piece that he included. Open last. All right, let's see what we have. This is a big, look at this thing. This is a big piece right here. Oh, shit. This is almost impossible to find. Like, it's literally a ghost. And Anuj sent me the Aftershave, and I was smitten by it. I absolutely love the Aftershave. I'll show it to you in just a second. But this is one where, you know, even people that are hardcore vintage heads have a hard time finding this. It is literally a ghost. This is a 240 mil of Monsieur Couturier, excuse me. Let me learn my pronunciations. Couturier. And it is created by one of the greatest perfumers of all time, which is Raymond Chailan. Raymond Chailan made this, and I was beyond impressed when I smelled the aftershave. I can only imagine what the eau de toilette smells like. I can only imagine. Look at this bottle. My God, man. Oh, and it's full, in pristine condition. That is just a thing of beauty, an absolute thing of beauty. That is just bottle porn right there to the collectors. Man, oh my God, that is fucking phenomenal. Oh, that smells fresh as a daisy, as Jonathan would say. That is amazing. Thank you, Bekhzod. I don't even know what to say. That is a museum piece right there, a literal museum piece. And that's just amazing. Let me show you what else he included, which I just think is freaking cool. Check these out. Monsieur Couturier. Somebody who speaks French, translate that and put it in the comments, will you? I could probably stick it in Google Translate, but that's a lot of work. And then, man, that is awesome. This deserves to be framed and put up on the wall, I'm not gonna lie. And if you take a look at the coat and tie combination matching the bottle, that's awesome. And then check this out. Uncork the Lucky Life with the chicks just all over him. Why do they not do advertising like this today? Why? I mean, if somebody would just make a brand and do advertising like this and tell anyone that doesn't like it to fuck off, they would sell like hotcakes. Well, probably what would happen is they'd sell so much, one of the big brands who has to follow their insane DEI woke nonsense would buy them and then force them to stop doing that kind of advertising. Is probably what would happen. But if I ever have a brand, this is going to be the type of advertising I do, and they can fuck right off. That is awesome. Created for Men by Revlon. And what a happy man he looks like, indeed. That is just, what an unboxing, Bekhzod. Thank you, my brother. I am not worthy. I will try to get to know these. I'm very excited to wear them and try them and just live with them for a little bit and then do some videos on them. But I've got more than my work cut out for me. I have more videos, more fragrances and videos to come than I know what to do with myself with, to be honest with you. But I may just have to wear this tomorrow. This may just have to be my scent of the day. I may have to shave, use the aftershave, and then wear this as my scent of the day, because damn, that is amazing. So thank you, my friend. So many little gems here, from the Baryshnikovs, the Gambler, the Azure, which I still think this may be one of the coolest gifts anyone's ever given me. I've never even seen this bottle before. And it smells so fucking good. These two I know I'm gonna love right out of the gate. Some of the rest of them I'm gonna have to get to know, but I have high hopes for a lot of them. So thank you, my friend. What an unboxing. Thank you to everyone who sent me anything. You know, I will try my best to do every single one of these justice and be fair and take my time and get to know them and all that stuff, and you know, continue to deliver the type of content that I know you guys love. So it's an honor to do these. I appreciate you trusting me. And thanks to everyone who's a part of this. By the way, a couple milestones. Number one, we're coming up on 1,000 videos, which I'm going to have to do something special for 1,000 videos, but I have no idea what. Number two, we're coming up on 10,000 subscribers soon, so that'll be awesome. And then number three, we have the great Liz Moore's coming on the channel August the 10th. At 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, live stream. So come prepared with your questions for Liz. She was amazing when she came on 1.5 years, or maybe 2 years ago now. Actually, unfortunately, until it turns officially to 2 years, it still shows 1 year when you just go back. But I think it's closer to 2 years since she's been on the channel. So I'm really excited to have her back on. I've reviewed many of her fragrances since then. When she came on first, there's a lot of stuff from her that I hadn't smelled or really got to live with, or had bottles of and stuff like that. So I'm excited to have the great Liz Moore's back on the channel, and she has a new fragrance coming out August 1st called Epona, so Papillon's Epona, which I reviewed on the channel. If you're a regular follower, you probably got an update for that review, but I would love to have a bottle of that. There's a couple Papillons that are at the top of my list, Epona and Tobacco Rose. Those are the two that are right at the top. But I am very excited to have her back on, and I hope you guys can make it and come prepared with some questions. She's always an amazing interview, and we are blessed to have perfumers and owners like her come on my very small but humble channel. So cheers, guys. Appreciate you watching and being here with us, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.